So what are the four noble truths? You tell me.
There is a dukkha.
There is dukkha. Number one. What is the meaning of dukkha? Explain.
Everything is impermanent. However, the ego wants it to be permanent. And that causes dukkha.
Correct.
Whichever brings us, takes us away from the equilibrium state.
Yeah.
Is
That
the
is
Yes. When you really want, all you're really thirsting for is silence, silence, quiet mind. This is what your real thirst is. Yeah? And anything that takes you away from that silent mind is dukkha. Simple. So, if a pleasant thought takes you away from the silent mind, it is dukkha. Do you understand? Pleasure is also dukkha, pain is also dukkha. Pain is also pain, pleasure is also pain. Yeah. Now see the three words at the bottom? Satcha, kitcha, katta. When I understand this truth, is that sufficient? What do I have to do? So that's what Buddha said. He divided every noble truth into steps. Satcha means understanding the truth itself. Yeah. Kitcha means now figuring out I have to take this action. Everybody has different dukkhas, though the umbrella is the same, but everybody's attachment is different. Somebody's attachment is money, somebody's attachment is career, job, name, fame, husband, wife, child. Yeah. So I have to work on this thing only I will know, correct? Somebody else will not know. And my kitcha is going to be different from your kitcha, from your kitcha, from your kitcha. Understood? So the truth, the satcha is the same. Satcha is the same as the Hindi word sach. Yeah. So the understanding of the truth is the same for everyone, but the kitcha is different for everyone. So kitcha means what I have to do. So take a moment to think, what do you have to do? Which are those dukkhas that you need to let go, drop? That you are holding on to. That which is creating your dukkha in your life. You have your answer? Yes. Katta means when you will accomplish all this, then katta is done. Got it? Yeah. So, after some time, I'll give you a break where you will do the satcha, kitcha, katta of every level for yourself as a self homework. Got it? Understanding the truth of dukkha. Then kitcha is what I have to do now to learn and accept this and make this my truth so that I don't keep hankering. For example, he gave one example yesterday, contemplating the danger of this. Remember? Yeah. That is a kitcha, one who's contemplating the danger of it. And katta is one who does not get into that lust, if you remember. Yeah. Who gives up that lust. So the job is done. So katta means what you have done already, what you have already overcome. Dukkha is clear? Can we move on? Samudaya. What is samudaya? What is the second noble truth? There is a cause for suffering. There is a cause for dukkha. And what is the cause? Craving. The cause for suffering is thirst, tanha, or craving. In other words, that only leads to rebirth, again and again coming back into the cycle. Only because of my tanha, my thirst, I come back into body again and again. I kick the bucket, but I have unfinished tanha, unfinished thirst. Because of that, again I come back. And I'm revolving and rotating and going round and round in that. bondage of samsara.
That's the reason you say don't even thirst for liberation or that samadhi or
Correct. Because thirst is the problem. You drop that thirst also for liberation. You just do this because this has come my way. Simple. Automatically, spirituality came my way. Yeah, it's not come my school friends' way or my college friends' way. Yeah, how much ever you tell them, they are not even interested in spirituality. But this has come my way. Yeah? And I'm getting opportunity ke baad opportunity to dive deeper. Now I should really use this opportunity as much as I can. Yeah, that's how you do. Instead of that carrot at the end. No running behind end result. No end result. The action itself I do because it is part of my flow. It has come my way. Clear? Then you will not have a karma phalam or an end result to run behind. Yeah? So there is dukkha and there is a cause for dukkha, which is tanha. What is the third noble truth?
we can eliminate the dukkha.
Yes.
Way
Nirodha.
out of suffering.
Yeah. Nirodha. What is nirodha?
We can stop.
Yeah. And this dukkha can be seized, can be stopped. How?
Dropping raga.
Answer is there, dropping the ragas and dveshas. Yeah. And what will happen by dropping the desires, dropping the ragas and dveshas?
Out of suffering.
Yes, you get out of the cycle of birth and death.
Cravings and aversion.
Yeah.
No.
But you should be clear about this, that you really want to get out of this cycle of birth and death. Otherwise, you will not pursue it sincerely. You're still attached to samsara. You still want to experience this. You still want to experience that. The thirst is still there. Are you seeing that? This I don't have. Yeah. I have a car. I have this. I have that. But I don't have that $1 billion house or mansion or palace on an island. I have not owned an island. I want to come back to own an island in my next janma. Finished. You created your next janma just by wishing it. You're
So
coming
the
back.
awareness will drop those things.
Absolutely.
Or something.
Start now. You start seeing the truth as it is.
So the deeper the impression, you put so much of awareness that it erases. It's not the
Yes. The thirst starts going. The dispassion will naturally start happening. So only you will know that dispassion has started arising in me.
It's so hard though. Ego doesn't let you accept that.
Yeah. Ego says, no, this you enjoy. She doesn't mean that don't enjoy this. I don't fool. I say it as it is. How much ever it hurts your ego. Yeah? It means getting out of the cycle of birth and death. Do you have the determination? Otherwise, you won't walk the path with that sincerity. You'll still have thirst. I want to experience this. You've done this all your life. You were a kid, happiness point. You were a kid, you wanted to go to college. Came to college, this will happen, then I'll be happy. You got a job, you're happy? No, you get married, then you've kept postponing. Now you have what I want to see, my son getting married, my daughter getting married. It's never going to happen. It's all dukkha. The day you really understand the first noble truth, it is all dukkha. That day, your journey really begins on the spiritual path. Till now, you've not started your journey. You are standing on the bank. You're just admiring. Wow, nice boat. Guruji's boat. Are Ekta's boat. You're clapping. Wow. But you're standing on the bank.
because it's so internalized in the system.
Yeah. And it's all ego. It's all ego. So go through dukkha. Maybe some more dukkha is in store. Go through it. Go through your job dukkha, your business dukkha. One more child, 2 more children. Go through it. Finally, you will. Huh?
बोट में बोल दे.
बोट में खोल. नीचे का है ही नहीं. सिर्फ साइड है.
Bottomless.
Bottomless boat. The day you समझौता करते हैं, how do you say it?
Compromise. Come to terms.
Come to terms with this truth that it's about dropping this ishanas, your journey will begin. You will actually sit in the boat and start. What is the fourth noble truth?
There is a path.
There is a path that you must follow for this cessation of dukkha. Yeah? It'll be easier if you follow this path. Simple. And of course, it's not very different from other things, but Buddha put it down very clearly together for people who can get all scattered with so much knowledge, they don't know where to go, what to do. So he gives step by step by step by step. So how he divided that path is Shila, though it is spelling is S-I-L-A, it is still Shila, S-H. Shila, Samadhi and Panya. Shila, morality. Samadhi, meditation, and Panya is insight or wisdom. Now, he's very structured in his approach to things. Yeah. Shila, Samadhi, Panya is like I'll tell you, there are eightfold path this is. So, these are the three main divisions, and under these are eight. Eight of them.
Under this is
Yeah,
eight.
yeah, we're coming to that. So he gave a very structured path, but though they are eight, they feed into each other. That we have to understand. So it's like a circle actually, though it is in 8 points. There's just 3 sections. 3 sections totally have 8 points. Yeah. So Panya. Panya is insight or wisdom. That section first has Samadhi. What is Samadhi? Sama, okay, harmonious, wholesome. There have been many translations, but it's good to know the Pali words. Samadhi is harmonious view or right view. So what is right view?
As is.
Do good, be good. Is that
जो जैसा है उसको वैसा देखो.
Dhamma.
अपना मसाला मत डालो.
correct? So he described that we have a mundane kind of understanding where do good, be good, that is the right view. That's how people think this is the right way to live life. This is the right view of life. But there is a supra-mundane understanding of right view. And what is that?
To understand that everything is going to end anyway. Why get involved so much?
Correct. And understanding the laws of karma, understanding that if I do wrong, I get pinched. That itself is dukkha. It's not about the other person. Yes? And this only pinch goes and gets deposited as my karmic impression in my karmic bag. It is going to come back and punch me in future. Every pinch becomes a punch. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And who gets punched? It's not about the other person at all. Super clear? Yeah? This is the right view. Understanding of karma and these noble truths that there is dukkha. This entire samsara is just dukkha. Understanding this and seeing this truth and accepting it, not covering it up. Your ego wants to cover it up, no? Yeah. Everybody's life is dukkha, but mine is sukha. He says, even sukha, your so-called sukha, is dukkha. It doesn't matter how much money you have, what job you have, what business you have, what great relationships you have, what family you have. Doesn't matter. It is all dukkha. Yeah? This is the right view, he says. And understand who is he? Was he explaining this to first?
very rich.
Yeah, all these rich people, they had lot of money. They were already in abundance, more than you can think of. Yeah, they had everything. They were kings and ministers and very high positions also. So they had name, fame, power, political strength, everything. He is explaining to them, this is dukkha. So your one measly little house and two measly little cars in your garage and four people in that measly little house, your empire is sukha?
No.
Wake up,
Comfort
wake up.
zone. Comfort zone.
Yeah. All ego. All ego. Ego does not want to accept this that I have created is a house of sand. But really it is. No? It is crumbling. And one day everything that you have created is going to be washed away. Whatever you do, how much ever you put your big name plate in front of your house, your name is going to be forgotten. Right? The ego doesn't want to accept it. Notice this. That is the reason of the wrong view. The ego does not want to accept it. That's why I said Buddha's path is not for beginners. Right view is clear? Yeah. Next is Samma Sankappa. Tell me what is it? Those who know Hindi Marathi.
Sankalpa, determination,
Intention. Right intention or harmonious intention or wholesome intention. Three ways it is translated and by different authors. I want to give you all the three names, three words. I don't know where you start reading from, no?
What are the three words?
Right intention, harmonious intention, wholesome intention. Same for view, right view, harmonious view, wholesome view. What does it mean? What is right intention?
Doing a correction
With the-
the raga intention.
Okay. So where is it coming from? The right view. It's linked. I told you, it's going to be linked. So any intention, any thought that you have that is coming from that right view of this samsara, with this right view that everything is dukkha. Therefore, I have to drop my ragas and dveshas and just act because it is part of the flow. And just be with what is. Be with reality as it is. Don't try to change what is. Yeah, don't try to seek for that which is not here. Then I'm feverish in my mind. Yeah. All this is right view. When I think from right view, all my intentions come from right view, that is Samma Sankappa. So there are wholesome states and unwholesome states.
Kushala and Akushala.
Yeah, like if you understand Hindi and Marathi, Kushal, Akushal. I'm giving you the way it's translated in the book so you get familiar with the language.
It could also be something that's born out of Purna.
Yes. So basically the right way, the right understanding. Now that is why he didn't use Buddha didn't want to use the word right, he used the word samma because your right and my right can be different. That's why he wanted to use the word wholesome. That which has the benefit of everyone in as a part of it. So wholesome states, kushala, can be either thoughts or emotions or intentions. So intention or samma sankappa is not just thought. Many people think it's just thought. Are you getting it? It's the right intention. Intention is also just a bhava, no? A feeling. If I have an ill will, yeah, I might not say it in words or say anything to anybody, but I'm carrying ill will, the bhava of ill will inside me. Right? So see, sometimes we carry emotions of hatred for somebody years ago, and we just carried that bhava for a long time. And that is also sankappa.
By awareness, don't meditation, don't these just go
Everything just drops off.
Yeah.
Everything. That's how your karma gets erased. No?
Yeah.
This is exactly the way karma gets erased. So that will happen only if you have the wholesome view, the harmonious view. Otherwise, you will say, oh, this is the right view according to me, but your right is somebody else's wrong. It has to be a wholesome one.
The right is everything is going to go with the flow.
Yeah. With this correct
The
understanding.
basis, yeah.
Yeah. The basis is everything is just a part of that flow, and this entire flow is nothing but dukkha. The people who didn't understand Buddha, they said, oh, so depressing, so sad. Who was saying it's so depressing?
Go.
Go ahead. Yeah, these two are clear. Samma Ditti and Samma Sankappa. Both are part of Panya or wisdom.
Pragya.
Pragya in Hindi. Panya in Pali. So he also defined Samma Sankappa, free from Lobha, Moha and Dosha. What is Lobha?
Greed.
Moha?
Wantingness. My like attachment. Like I have moha for my kids, like
Attachment.
that.
Yeah, attachment. Yeah, okay. And more real word? Lust. In the book it will be lust. And dosha?
Negative feelings.
Any negativity. Any negativity. So panya is very clear? Yeah. Now there are 3 types of panya. Whenever you are on the path of knowledge, what is it? First is Suttamaya Panya. What is Suttamaya Panya?
Like outside scriptures. Suttas.
Yeah, just from the suttas, from the scriptures. I'm listening to somebody else's knowledge. It's not my knowledge yet, it is external knowledge. Prabhava Jnana is Suttamaya Panya. What is Chintamaya Panya?
चिंतन करके जो
Correct. Yeah, I started thinking, I started understanding it. Intellectually, I have started assimilating. I'm not just listening, I am assimilating. Got it? Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa kiya tha? This is the same thing. This is Shravana, Manana, and the last is Bhavana Mayapanya, is Nididhyasa. When I internalize it and it becomes my path, my own experience, my own nature. Yes, when I see moment to moment, everything is dukkha. There is no point in getting attached to this. Everything is dukkha. Suttamaya Panya is where I'm just listening. So many years you're just listening to knowledge. You listen, you clap, you go back to your anger, hatred, jealousy. No application, nothing. Right? So initially, people are doing this and thinking they are in knowledge. It's not knowledge. Yeah? It's the same as watching a Shah Rukh Khan movie. You went, you clapped, you came back. You didn't become Shah Rukh Khan. Yeah? So this is Suttamaya Panya, just the scriptures. Chintamaya Panya, where I really starts understanding it, making an effort to get it, grasp it. I started at least walking. Yeah, first I was not even walking. Yeah, so that means going to acting classes. Yeah, to look like Shah Rukh Khan, act like Shah Rukh Khan. Acting classes. And third is Bhavnamaya Panya, where you become Shah Rukh Khan. This is easier for you to understand, no?
Yeah. You become Ekta.
Got it? So then now you have imbibed them in your life. Now you're not attached to anything. Natural dispassion. Very natural. You don't have to think about it. You're not faking it. It's your nature. You are like that. So, understood? Very, very clear? Okay. Next is Sheila. What is Sheila? Yeah, moral conduct. Hindi word, no? Marathi word. So, in conduct or in moral conduct, the first thing is Samma Vacha. What is that? Right speech or harmonious speech or wholesome speech. What happens if you don't stick to that?
Nose will get big like Pinocchio.
Yes. Yeah. So you are going back home.
Rebirth.
Huh?
I said no, not nose. You will have a rebirth.
Right? No, that's the kids. But what else rebirth?
So you've taken this vow, remember yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday, and you're going to stick to the vow
Yes.
even after going back home.
Yes.
Maintain purity of speech. So I will not lie, I will not hide anything, I will not manipulate, I will not fool anybody. And I'll not fool myself also. Yeah, we fool ourselves a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, no self-fooling also. And some of us, just for the sake of fun, we say words which we don't really mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They don't even mean anything. Yeah, just like a cool thing to say that. Get out of this. I mean, you're not a teenager anymore. Wake up. Yeah, those people who can really take these vows and never falter on them, their samadhi becomes very deep. You can touch samadhi very easily if your moral conduct is good. If your moral conduct is bad, inner environment impure, correct? Because lots of pinches, because of saying this, doing that, thinking like that, inner environment impure. If inner environment is impure, can I meditate? To forget samadhi. Next lifetime. Getting it? Become very, very serious about moral conduct. Do you vow?
Yes.
Not like this. Touch your heart and vow.
I vow that I will not lie, not hide, not manipulate, not fool around, and not speak anything just for fun.
Only one person.
Amen.
You'll have a good leader. The speech there is more to it. So I will not indulge in any divisive speech, any kind of conspiracy or politics or gossip. Can you vow to do that?
Yes.
Yeah. And if somebody is gossiping, what do?
Walk out.
Jai Gurudev. I got to go. My phone is ringing.
Bathroom jana hai.
But that is just like.
Or you can be Sakshi Baba.
I just have to go.
No.
You're not there yet, not so strong yet. Again, you start feeling impure, and that impurity makes you feel so dirty inside. Why do you want to collect garbage? You're collecting your own garbage anyways. Why are you collecting other people's garbage?
Protect your sprout.
Yeah. So for the beginners, we have to protect our little. One sprout has come out of that seed. You protect it till it becomes a nice strong shrub that can withstand snow and cold and rain and very hot summer, right? Till that time, you protect yourself. And if you think you've reached that expert level, then go ahead.
To explain gossip, my mother-in-law is visiting me. Then you know how much stuff they have to talk about, and anything she starts, I'm walking away from it. And she's like, she labeled me already, like she told other people that she changed and all. She's not anymore like.
Good mother.
Yeah, good
Good.
She's like, she has lot of ego. Guru we say in our language. Like, I'm totally like gossiping is looking like such a big trash to me now. And she's making her efforts to let me know that I'm not entertaining her.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you lead by example. Yeah, rather than just by saying, you lead by example. And slowly, these people understand, what I'm doing really is wrong, and she's right by not indulging in gossip. They'll get it finally.
I've observed is automatically people stop having any kind of conversation.
Yes.
They will not even gossip in your presence. If
Correct.
you don't gossip,
Correct.
you don't have time to gossip. Where is the time to gossip? So
Exactly.
much knowledge, so much homework you gave.
At my workplace, they knew my personality, so they use swear words, right? But when I was around and if they used by mistake, they will specifically apologize. Like I never told them anything, but they somehow thought
Yes,
that I'm not supposed to
absolutely.
use it.
Absolutely.
So,
That is the real meaning, life experience of commanding respect rather than demanding respect. Because you don't use such language, you don't indulge in gossip, you don't do anything wrong, people in your presence will apologize by saying sorry just for doing that wrong thing in your presence. Happens, no?
Yes.
Command respect. Buddha's path is all about commanding respect. And the rules are very, very strict for the monks and nuns. If you break something like this, then in the Sangha you come and apologize. And if you break something really major, you're out of the Sangha for life, abandoned. So, moral conduct was very important. Number one priority it was given. So, be very strict with yourself. It doesn't matter if I lose a few people in life, but I will maintain my morality. This is number one. Do you have that strength?
Yes.
Then only will Jiveshna drop slowly. We'll come back again and again and again and again. You get it?
Even phone calls that we make, it can be just 5 minutes now. You
Yes.
don't have to talk to anybody for an hour. What do you talk? You talk only nonsense.
The third one is, the third part of Samavacha is not hurting through words, not being harsh, not abusing. How will this happen?
being aware.
Yeah.
Definitely our expectations.
Yeah, I have so many expectations from this family member and that family member. He doesn't do this, then what happens? You are a devil. You start all your abuses, right? So, where can I stop?
Expectation.
Sensation. If you start practicing now about sensations, when that situation actually happens with that person, then you will be able to just observe that sensation, that fire, and before you say anything, you will be able to stop it. But if you have not practiced observing sensations, when you come to that real situation in life, you just blurt it out, right? Can I wait for that situation? I'll observe in that situation. Will it happen?
No.
How much ever resolve, best resolve, good intention, it will not happen. You have to, for that situation, you have to practice starting now.
It's like exam preparation. Exam के time पे prepare नहीं कर सकते.
Correct. पहले करना पड़ेगा. That is why observe sensations. Observe sensations. Observe sensations. Again and again, observe sensations. So start making this your daily practice. If it's working for you, start making it a daily practice so that in real life you really become non-reactive. People around you start observing, boss, you've really changed. What have you done? People should become your witness. Rather than you saying that I have changed, they should say, you have changed. Then you know it's like a confirmation this has worked for you. Right? So you take it up onto yourself. If you think this path of observing sensation really works for me, then come what may, every day I sit 1 hour and just observe, 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 observe. So that when the rest of the 23 hours when I am with people and in my dream state, in dreams also you're reacting.
Yes.
That is why you have your nightmares and you have your passionate love making and you have all your big dreams. All this is reactions. Stuff that you don't do during the day, you do in the night in dreams. Have you noticed this? Yeah. So that will start reducing. Your dream phases will start reducing. Yeah? And sleep will really become proper sleep, quiet sleep. But for that, you will have to start observing sensations right now.
Maybe question. So, in when your expectations are high, you get hurt. What if the other person's expectations are high? For example, let's say it's my family member who wants to talk a lot, and then I don't want to, and then if I don't respond, they become really upset with me, and then they just it's just not.
Yeah. You have to learn to balance. I mean, you can't be a yogi in mon all 24/7, right? You have to speak when required. So if somebody is talking, you see the person wants to sit and talk. You talk, but you talk sense. You be very aware. What am I saying? From my lips, I should not talk nonsense, not required stuff, gossip about this, gossip about that. Just talk the required stuff. Idle chatter. I will abstain from this. Go on talking about the weather, about this, about that. Where is it coming from? There's idle chatter here. When you start meditating for long hours, you will start noticing, initially mind will talk about important stuff. After the first 2-3 hours, your important stuff is exhausted. You've already thought about it n number of times and it's no point going back to the important stuff. Then your mind will start picking on stupid idle chatter. And that's where you see, oh, it's all already there in my mind, and that's where it becomes a part of my speech. Why are the tissues not kept in this room? Where are the tissues? How insensitive. Why is the temperature not good? Why is somebody getting up and walking? Unnecessary idle chatter. There is no need to talk about it. You already know somebody got up and walked. You cannot change that. The temperature of the room cannot be changed by you wishing for it to change right now. But there's this idle chatter which we entertain. Stop entertaining idle chatter in your mind. Do you get it? Then it will stop at the lips.
Also, when 2 or 3 people, there's a silence, it cannot be taken. Somebody needs to.
Yeah. And just to.
Society.
Yeah. So you have to drop this idea. Silence is good. In fact, if you want to say something, you're feeling that pressure, say, silence is so good, no? Then everybody is at peace. Then nobody feels like breaking that. And you also get your way out.
So even when you sit for meditation, 1 hour to observe your body, there's a lot of this thing that comes up and goes.
Yes.
There's very few which really cause a sensation or there's few spots you'll hit which affect, but rest is all just chatter. Nonsense chatter, right?
Yeah. So the more you become aware, the more it's not required. You start dropping it. Yeah. Then only can you come to a state of quiet mind. Quiet mind cannot be attained like that if you keep encouraging it. Yeah? So at the mind level, start this. So, and some people have friends who are indulging in idle chatter. Rubbish they're talking. So now that's where you have to start the cutoff first. First here, then here. Then only will you experience quiet mind.
Avoid bad company at all costs.
At all costs. How many of you really do that?
Not yet.
Only 2-3 hands. See?
I try.
It's like, your best friend now is so annoying. Seriously,
that's-
like, she's talking so much without it. What do you do? Earlier you used to do the same.
Yeah, that's where I'm finding difficult to. I mean, whenever he encourages those things, I would just sit and listen. But now I don't even feel like. So I feel like I'm going to miss that person forever or so. So that's why I said I tried, but it's hard.
You have to have the courage to let go. Are you ready?
Yes.
It's a prerequisite on this part.
You form a new set of friends with your
Take a moment to write down from these last few, what do you do quite often? And for your own self growth, take this vow. This is something I have to cut off from. Some people feel it's okay to tease. I'm just joking. It's not. Some people feel it's okay to ridicule. 2-3 people get together and they say things about the fourth one. This is also wrong speech, harsh speech. If some 2-3 people get together and make fun of you, how do you really feel? You feel bad. Though you know they are joking, they also tell you they are joking. I'm not serious, boss. I'm joking. But you still feel bad? Yeah? You should not be the cause of creating turbulence in somebody else's mind. Do you get it? Then only are you a real spiritual yogi.
Is it like any situation you walking away is better or you skillfully communicate? It's
Either ways, every situation is so different. Sometimes you can skillfully communicate, sometimes you have to walk away. Right? Mother-in-law, how much will you communicate? Her example is Dasu. Yeah, how much will you communicate? Beyond a point, you'll have to just go to your kitchen and start working. Right? So it's going to be different from situation to situation. Use your skills so that from my side, I don't create turbulence in my own mind and in somebody else's mind. Yeah? So see that this becomes a way of life going forward. We'll move ahead now. Samma Kammanta means Kamma is
Karma.
so Kammanta will be
Karma.
action, right action, harmonious action, wholesome action.
Pure action.
Pure.
Without raga and dvesha.
Correct. The action that is devoid of raga and dvesha. Yeah? So if you see a little insect walking in your room, what do? Normally you kill it, right? So keep a box, a yogurt box, empty box always in your rooms. Each room of the house should have one empty yogurt box sitting somewhere in a corner. You see an insect, don't kill it. You pick it up and go and release it in the backyard, front yard. You'll have lots of yards. Yeah? Don't kill it. It also has a life and you have gone through a life similar. Yeah? Respect life, honor life. Okay? Yeah? Because now that you are taking these vows, you will feel a pinch. Till now you were ignorant.
Yeah.
So there was no question of pinch, but now you know this is a vow and you've already taken I will not harm. Clear? Can we do this at home? Yeah. As much as possible. I know sometimes you're infested with pests and then you have to call some professional. That is a one-off situation. Rarely happens. Yeah. So other than that, let's do our best not to kill lower beings. Let's honor life, respect life. I mean, you start respecting life, life starts respecting you. Okay? Vow, I will not kill,
I will not
I
kill.
will not kill.
which means harm intentionally also. So there are the people you really want to kill. Yeah, like that professor who drafted your exam paper. इतना difficult paper कौन draft करता है? Didn't you say fan गिरना चाहिए उसके सर पे? Yeah, no more. Going forward, no more. Yeah, no ill will for mother-in-law, no ill will for daughter-in-law, no ill will for boss. It is my karma. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yeah. No ill will for anybody. Anybody. Keep inner environment very pure. Okay? Part of Sammaka Mantra is I will not steal. Means I will not take that which is not given to me. So in your house, do you take your husbands and wives and child and family members things without asking?
Yes.
Now we'll stop that. If it belongs to somebody else, ask how difficult is it? He's sitting across the table. Can I use your laptop? Don't take anything from anybody without permission.
So Halloween candies. I had to steal those from my kids because that was just too much.
Disciplining kids, sorry. We have to take away the electronic.
That's okay. Then the intention is to discipline.
Discipline.
Then the intention is to take that which is not mine, but I want to enjoy it now.
We have
You're not taking the candies to eat yourself. You're just keeping
donate to the troops.
That is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we does with
किसी और की चीज नहीं छीननी है. Basically छीनना नहीं. Got it?
I mean, basically, the reason is if you're trying to take it away, you're hurting them.
You have taken something that was not given to you. It is all about I.
But it's a family.
You assume that. Yeah. You go out, you'll say anyway everybody's sitting inside. I can wear anybody's footwear and go to the restroom. As the person whose footwear it was. Are you getting it? Yeah? Do not take anything that does not belong to you. Very simple. Keep yourself super pure. Never ever can somebody say to you that you took this of mine.
Without asking.
Without asking. Yeah. That is the meaning of not stealing. Now he took this one more level higher. If I see somebody wearing a pink, reddish, pinkish, blackish dress, yeah, in my mind I think, wish I had her dress.
Yeah.
I have already stolen it. Got it? He said, not even wishing for that which is not mine. That also needs to be stopped.
Yes, if you don't steal, you don't kill, your meditation automatically becomes
Correct.
exactly stronger.
Yeah.
And deeper.
The other way around doesn't work. Just because you're meditating, in fact, you can't meditate only when you've stolen.
Exactly.
You can't close your eyes only and sit.
already feel the difference in just one day.
Yeah.
I think you can't even go to sleep properly if you have done
Yes.
something.
Right. Then forget about it. It's not going to happen automatically. Otherwise, Buddha would have not put these rules as number one. He said morality is number one. If you're not even following the morality, forget about Samadhi. It's never happening.
We need the Yama Niyama thing.
Correct? Yes.
All
Yes.
this time.
Yes. Ashtavakra also has. Yeah, all of them have it. But he was very strict. They were not strict. He's very strict. If you're not maintaining your morality, you're out of the Sangha. You leave. You go. You're so strict. And he was very clear in telling us that your meditation will not work. Ashtavakra didn't tell you your meditation will not work. Patanjali didn't tell you your meditation will not work. He has put it down verbatim very clearly that any of these vices, even if you think about it, not do it, just think about it, your inner environment is impure, and when you are impure, you will not be able to meditate. Forget about Samadhi. Next lifetime.
He's trying to stop you right in the
beginning.
With all this yesterday also what you were reading, eye contact, connection, he's trying to
Stop.
he's way ahead of
Yeah. Because the kind of people who had come to him had already mastered Patanjali and Ashtavakra, Bhagavad Gita, they knew all that. But still they had not reached there, where he had reached. And he started his path much, much later after them. Within 6 years, he got enlightened.
but
6 years. He left home, 6 years, enlightenment. Yeah? And these people had been walking the path 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. When the people had become very old and had not reached it. That's why he wanted to find out what is the flaw? Where is the flaw? They found the flaw is in the lack of structure, the lack of discipline, and the lack of proper explanation. And that's what he's given me. He's explained it to such a detail that you have to really use your head to understand it.
Once you get it, you get it.
Yes.
Then there's no stopping.
Yes. That is the thing. That is why the people who got Buddha's path got enlightened. 100%.
Why knowledge doesn't work because of the impurity of the mind.
Correct. And plus, it's too subjective. He changed that. He gave it structure. As if laying that knowledge down in bullet points, he did it. And he told you what is number 1, what is number 2, what is number 3. You're directly at number 3, trying to achieve number 1. No. First is number 1, then is number 2, then is number 3. That detailed his approach was. That's why so many people got enlightened. It's a hard path. It's not easy. I warn you. Yeah, that's why only very thirsty people could walk this path. Are you thirsty enough?
yes.
You ask yourself. If you're really thirsty enough, then he's appropriate for you. Okay. Next is, I will abstain from sexual misconduct. So everybody was a monk and nun. So why even bring up this point?
Thoughts.
In thoughts. Not only that, householders also he taught. No? And he explained very clearly to them that if you keep it pure, keep it monogamous, even in the mind, not polygamous, then you won't tip the line. But if you go on and on in your head, your inner environment is so impure, you cannot meditate. You cannot meditate. Yeah? You think the day you have all these sexual thoughts, can you meditate? It's impossible. That fire eats you up. It engulfs you. Yeah? For a moment, your mind cannot be still. So he was very clear about these things. Okay? So it's not just sexual misconduct with another person, but even just in thoughts or just by yourself. Get it? Keeping yourself so pure. Now, who can reach this stage? Only who is done with all. Yeah. If you're still interested in this guy and that woman, and he didn't teach teenagers, doesn't work. Yeah, this is for really spiritually mature people who've reached there, done it 1,000,000 times, and realized there is no joy in it. It's pointless. And when you get to that understanding, that becomes your satya. Yeah? Again, couples should always walk hand in hand. Huh? I never ever encourage that one person goes away without the other person. You walk hand in hand. You've matured, you help the other one to mature. No running away from home and whatever, becoming a sannyasi won't work. Because there also you'll feel the pinch, I hurt somebody. Correct? That pinch will kill you. Right? And this is something that comes with spiritual maturity. Celibacy is a happening, not a doing. Celibacy is a happening, not a doing. You cannot force yourself to become a celibate. It will happen naturally. Yeah. So, as explaining dispassion, no, on the path, dispassion will increase so much. This also drops away. Drops away. You are not making an effort. It drops away. Yeah, like a snake sheds the skin. Like that, it drops away. Just a disinterest. Yeah. One more vow that you need to take today is I will abstain from intoxicants. Why?
It manipulates the mind, the thoughts.
You're not clear.
Yeah, so you may hallucinate actually. So many
Correct.
hallucinations happen.
Exactly. You are not with reality once you take any intoxicant. Correct?
Tea, coffee also.
Yes. Whatever induces that, it is called manipulated energy. Coffee does that to you, no? You sleep, you take strong coffee, what does it do? Poof. Really, that energy is not there. It's manipulated.
Decaf.
Huh?
Decaf.
Decaf also has caffeine.
Sorry.
Decaf has caffeine in it. It is 10 to 20% caffeine is there in decaf.
Okay, then do herbal stuff.
Herbal teas are good.
So again, the spiritual family influence is very strong. Again, I keep telling you that. So I'm like a kid. I still drink milk every day.
So no chocolates either.
Why? Stay away all these, Coke, Pepsi, anything that gives you this shot, that gives you that anything which is not really your energy. So according to you all, I'm boring. I know that.
It's very yummy.
Then we would be sitting here on a weekend. We would have kept the kids home and come here.
Yeah, so you start now. You can start now. Yeah, start becoming a little boring, if not too much, little boring. Yeah. Away from any stimulant, anything that can manipulate my natural energy. So this one is I will not act out of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mad, matsar. You know all these words?
Yeah.
What is kama?
Desire.
Desire, lust. Krodha,
Anger.
lobha, greed, moha,
Attachment.
or delusion, and mad, arrogance. Matsar,
Jealousy.
jealousy. Can you take this vow? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you go for now Thanksgiving sales and your desires come, you already have 45 dresses. Yes, some of them 20 are unopened, you never worn them, but you see something on sale, what happens? Only this, only one bag, one shoe. Oh, this shoe is like discount, man. Big discount. 80% off. Marketing strategies are targeted towards your lust.
Yes.
You know this, right? And they know your weak points. Yeah, they know your weak point is these big brand names, Gucci and Abercrombie and etc. and Gap and whatever. So they make these brands sound very big and very great, and then now you want to have that purse only, that bag only. Do you see this? Then really that bag is not even worth $30-40 and you pay like $500 for it.
I don't feel like going at all, even to buy gifts. Otherwise, I used to give so many gifts when I went there. This time, I'm not feeling at all.
Next weekend is your real test. You will know how much you have kept this vow.
From last 3 Thanksgivings, I'm not doing shopping, man, for sure. honest.
What about that मंडे को ऑनलाइन होते क्या बोलते तुम?
साइबर
मंडे. हाँ, वो अमेज़न घर पे भेजता है वो वाला.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. Our spiritual progress is more important than all the stupid sales and all that. Yeah.
You check if you can, how strongly you can maintain this vow. It's only a matter of 1 week. 1 week is the true test.
Slow.
In fact, tomorrow you will go to office and you will hear your friends, oh, Black Friday sales and this is on sale, that is on sale. You see what starts happening inside. Vedana.
I know.
Start observing your Vedana that time. Oh, see, lust for this thing is coming up or that thing. Anyway, my phone is old, na? It's only 1 year old, but you will say it's 1 year old. Very old, that new phone is on discount. See what starts
So what
happening.
you meditate?
Sati batana.
I mean,
Eyes
I'm saying
open.
what you're saying is a practical issue. There might be few who has gone through.
Observe your sensations, Vedana. It is nothing. It's just because she is going to go to that store and get it. That is why I have to go to that store and get it. Really, if it was not on sale, you would not even think about it. You don't even need it. Okay. So, karma is very clear. Yeah. Your Thanksgiving sales will tell you. Krodha, anger. Yeah. Start observing from now only. If with a particular person there is a lot of anger in life, before I go home and get into a situation and start lashing out at the person, let me start observing. Now only. Let me observe that fire that always gets me into a very horrible situation, a mess with this person. There is 1, 2, 3 people in life. There won't be too many. Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah, these 1, 2, 3 people. Keeping them in mind, you observe the Vedana of fire. For the next meditation, you bring that person intentionally to your mind. Think about him, her, whoever, and observe that fire coming up. Yeah? And don't react. Yeah? Even thinking, he said this, she said this is reaction. Are you getting it? Yeah? Not getting into reaction. So I'm practicing in my meditation. So when I go back home tomorrow and meet this person, I will be a calmer person in front of him, a non-reactive person in front of him. Can we take this up as a homework?
Yes.
Write it down.
So for each one of them to do meditation, right? For
Yes.
your anger, for your greed,
Yeah.
for your arrogance,
Correct. That's what I was
jealousy
going
for
to-
someone.
So we can do that like every day. Every day.
Yeah, one every day pick up. So that when you actually land up in that situation with that person, you don't create extra drama outside.
Yes.
And then you only start feeling guilty, oh, I should have not said this, I should have not done that. That will stop happening in life, and automatically you'll start feeling more pure, more at calm, more at peace with yourself. Can we take this up for each of them?
Yes.
Should I go ahead?
Yes.
Next is Samma Ajiva. What is Ajiva? Same Hindi word. Having a wholesome or a harmonious or a right livelihood. Means of earning money is livelihood. Okay? So, the perfect livelihood is how? We never trade in living beings in any life. Obviously, you don't do that. Yeah? Which means not trading in animals or drugs which will harm any life, or any alcoholic drinks that can stimulate or intoxicate a person and take him away from the truth. So we don't do anything that is wrong, basically. This is easy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a very tough thing for you to do.
Yeah, same thing, similar situation came recently, a couple of my friends, they want to do some business together. Then indirectly, we have to sell some alcohol or some restaurant and some. Then I said, okay, this is not my plan, I am not interested. I came out. I went further. When they said this has to be done, they have to sell alcohol or that second meat. I'm not interested.
I've had to do that too at my job because one of our clients at my agency was a casino client. So I told my boss that I cannot work on this client, and it has so happened that now I work for the Department of Health Services and doing awareness campaigns, which is like completely
opposite.
Yeah.
Wow. So you will have to take certain strong decisions in life yourself. Clear? He was very clear. Anything that creates a pinch in the consciousness is impurity. At no cost can I take this burden of any impurity. He was so clear. Then only what will happen is that all your unwholesome states, sensual thoughts, doubts about the path, restlessness, drowsiness, ill will, these are the 5 main hindrances that come up in meditation or prevent you from going into Samadhi. All these will drop away only by sticking to these vows, he says. So these 5 hindrances are mentioned again and again and again in the suttas. Yeah, that in meditation doubt comes up, in meditation drowsiness comes up, sleepiness comes up, ill will comes up. In meditation only restlessness comes up, and all this can take you away from quiet and silent mind. It will never let you go into Samadhi. So these 5 hindrances you have to overcome. And U3SR helps you a lot. Doubt comes, it's just a thought. Yeah? You U3SR it. Let it go. Unconcerned about it. Right now, it's none of my business. Right now, I'm just working on quietening my mind. Let me just focus on that. Get it? Yeah? Even any ill will is a thought. It just comes, I don't like this person. This should happen, that should happen. It's just a thought in the mind. U3SR. So this U3SR will work for most of the things except the drowsiness and the restlessness. Correct? You're very restless. You can't U3SR it. Yeah? You're very sleepy. You can't U3SR it. Baki things, sensual thoughts, I want this, I don't like this, I want this, all this can be U3SR. Clear? Okay. Now we come to Samadhi, meditation. For that, the first one is Samma Vayama. What is that? The right effort, wholesome effort, harmonious effort. Prevent the arising of evil and unwholesome mental states that have not yet arisen. So there are some negativities that are not there in you. You see in other people and you say, oh, okay, I don't have this negativity. So I become aware. See, I don't have this, which is there in this person. You will still have to make an effort to maintain that. The evil state that has not yet arisen. You don't have an evil state to murder people, right? Yeah, but you have to always be vigilant that my ill will shouldn't turn into so much hatred and anger that I murder, I land up in murder. I've taught people in the prisons in India, and really they are very innocent people, very simple people, just in that one moment of anger picked up a knife and hit. That's it. Just in that one moment of anger, something bad happened through them. They are not really bad people. Yeah? So that unwholesome evil state that has not arisen in me, I have to make an effort to maintain it like that. That should not arise. Now I give you a very loud example. There are many softer things that you just don't have. Yeah, like some of you don't have the Thanksgiving lust, the Thanksgiving sales lust. You just don't have it, and that's fine. You have to be very vigilant, no? That Somebody says something, I should not get lured, right? So you understand the effort in that? I'm keeping myself very vigilant, very aware. Yeah. Second, eliminate the evil and unwholesome mental state that has already arisen. I recognize, oh, I got lured by this thing is on sale. Yeah. I already got lured. I already created that lust and desire in me. So now I have to work on eliminating it. Yeah, I get lured by sales, I get lured by whatever is your weak point. Yeah. And that is again the rosy language on the top. He arouses his will, generates the energy, puts forth the effort, and exerts his mind and strives to eliminate. What it was from the book. I think it emphasizes and re-emphasizes how much effort you need to put. It's really nice. Yeah, I'll move on to the next. The third one is generate wholesome mental states that have not yet arisen. So you notice that, I'm not a compassionate person, or I'm not a loving, kind person. So making that effort to be kind, to be compassionate, or I'm not a humble person, I'm very egoistic, then I start reducing the power of my ego. Humility will automatically come up. It's the opposite of ego. You know that, right? The bigger the ego, less the humility. Yeah, as the ego reduces, the humility starts increasing automatically. I don't have to make an effort at that. The only effort is that reducing the power of the ego. Yeah? And how do you reduce it? By not feeding it. Otherwise, we keep feeding our own ego, no? So just becoming aware, not to feed the ego. That is the effort. Yeah? And the last one, if I notice I have a wholesome state, a good state, you maintain it. Maintain wholesome mental states that have already arisen and keep them free from delusion and develop and increase and cultivate them. Super clear? All these four are again just listed together. Do you wow?
Yes.
This is at least for your own spiritual growth, right? In the next slide, I have all of them listed. You already, all the vows. I'll keep sending you this and reminding you.
Yeah.
These are
Yes.
your vows.
Yes.
This one slide I will keep sending to you. Not lie, not hide, manipulate, not indulge in any divisive speech, not abuse, not harm, no idle chatter, no just for fun,
No gossip.
no gossip, no show off. Have you noticed how quiet they've become? Just because they've taken these vows, they will not even talk about the knowledge sessions. They don't even tell you anything when you ask. You know?
Cincinnati में पूरा सन्नाटा है. पूरा Cincinnati सन्नाटा.
That's why they're like that.
That's why I got attracted to this.
They're very silent. Their mind has attained that state. But of course, they've taken 5 years. ठीक है? 5 years में, correct? Start करके 5 years it took to get there. If you keep yourself very committed to knowledge sessions week after week, come what may, yeah, you can also get to that kind of silence. And you should have seen Mitesh 5 years ago.
That's what I was going to say. Mitesh, that change in Mitesh.
Even Ashtavakra पहले का कभी भी देखकर.
You will see in the videos, the guy who's asking me too many challenging questions is Mitesh.
Okay. It's the yoga Vashishtha that I'm going through, like
Yeah.
you
So
are
every other Mitesh is there. He goes on and on and on and on and on. Now he's super silent because his mind has become silent. So all these people have been working very hard for the past 5 years. Yeah. And really working with somebody who has that thirst to work is really a pleasure for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have it in you, reach out to me. I will never reach out to you. Remember this. Yeah. Big secret. I will never tell you, come to this knowledge session. I will never tell you, organize. I will never tell you to come and start walking. You have to have that thirst and reach out to me. Then you will start walking. Okay? Who's the one in you who feels hesitant to reach out?
Ego.
I work only with that person who is ready to drop that ego. Yes? Then you can go far. That itself is a sign that you will go far. Okay? Yeah? And I'll keep reminding you with this. Next is Sammasati. Sammasati is right mindfulness or wholesome mindfulness or harmonious mindfulness. What does it mean? What is. Yeah? Just being with what is. Knowing it truthfully as it is. Not as I want it to be, not as I don't want it to be, but as it is. Clear? This you will have to make an effort to attend the knowledge sessions because that's where I actually teach it more and more. Yeah. Again and again, when different vikaras, vasanas come up, that's when you need to just be. Yeah, and then things in life happen. Happens in everybody's life. See how you start reacting. Just be. So for this just being, he taught you Satipatthana. Come and see. Understood? Right mindfulness. These are the suttas from Satipatthana Sutta. So just the 4 stages. He contemplates the body as the body. That is in Pali. Kayanupashyana. You don't have to write the whole sutta. Just Kayanupashyana. Because you know it now, the Pali. The same body is a baby, it grows older and it is going to shrivel and die. Do you have acceptance for your own body? Have you started accepting the white, the grey hair?
Yes.
The shriveled skin, that old look? You're still craving for the way you looked 20 years ago in your photographs. Then you are not with what is, because it is already your truth. You getting it? And really it's not going to get any better from here. It's only going downhill. You know that, right?
You very much it will get worse.
Yes, so it is only going downhill. Become prepared that there are diseases, there is old age, and there is death. This was a wake-up call for Buddha because this was hidden from him. Yeah, that's why it is number 1 in his right mindfulness. Become very aware that this body is aging and start dropping this attachment to the body. So start on this path. If you have this attachment to this body, that is something that you need to start working on. Recognize it's going to die. So Buddha said, if it's going to die, it's already dead. You see it? That is why on his path there is no jewelry, no makeup, no. Just be the way you are. Yeah? And no decorations and pretty colors, just wear the same color. So there is nothing to attract anybody.
Saves a lot of time.
Effort is required.
No, I mean being simple, no makeup, nothing. It saves a lot of time.
Saves lot of time.
Yeah.
It takes lot of time.
Also saves a lot.
Yes, yes. Not just that. It's in the mind. Mentally, are you ready to accept? Yeah. Then you will not have a problem at death. Otherwise, at death, you're going to be like, oh, this needs to be done. This has to be done. I, mine. There'll be a lot of attachment. You will not be able to accept that this body is going. Do you see that? And when there is non-acceptance of this body dying, what happens?
Feverishness and rebirth.
No. What happens at that moment?
You will not ready to let go. Right?
Yes. So even if the body is dead, you will be hovering around the body. You will keep hovering around your dining table to eat. You will keep hovering around your closet for your picking up your coach bag and wearing those wonderful shoes and clothes, and you will not be able to wear them. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Yeah. This starts happening at death. That is why they say the 3 days are important. Why? Ego takes 3 days to die. You die before death. Makeup Kayanupasthana is more than just observing the parts of the body. You realize it? Yeah. So here I always give a tip to people who are very stuck in sexual thoughts and all the time sex is on the mind. You must visit a cemetery. He used to actually give it as a homework, classwork to the monks who still had lots of sexual thoughts bothering them in meditation. Go to a cemetery and just sit there and meditate. This is the truth of life. In some Buddhist monasteries, you will see the skeleton hanging. It is a reminder, this is where I'm going to get. Buddha never shied away from the realities of life. He never sugar-coated them. He never covered them up. Yeah, that is why people who went there very quickly got it. Yeah, because they were not interested in covering up, sugar-coating anything. They were interested in the truth as it is. Yeah? So you start understanding the truth of this body and take this down as a homework. If sometimes sexual thoughts really overwhelm you, go visit a cemetery. Come to the truth. This is what truth is. This is what the body is. Yeah, and if you read the Satipatthana Sutta, he will say body is nothing but flesh and blood and phlegm, and there are all insects and all dirt and germs and bacteria, and this is what you are attracted to.
It's too crude.
Yeah, it wake you up. You get out of the sexual fever. It's like a fever when it takes over, right? You just jump out of it when you see the truth as it. Yeah? So Kayanupasthana is much more than just observing. Right now you start with the observing. We'll go deeper as we go. Next is next one is Vedananupasthana. Vedana is sensation or feeling. Yeah, by feeling, because the American monks translated it like that, you're going to read it as feeling.
Sensation.
You remember yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Painful feeling, yeah, pleasant feeling, neither painful nor pleasant feeling. So you just learn their translation, because that's the only resource in English. Otherwise, you have to learn Pali. Yeah, but you understand the Pali word also. It is Vedana. Yeah, sensation that I experience inside. That's exactly how your sensations are, no? Look at each of them. ऐसे ही होता है अंदर. Next, Chittanupashya. Just seeing the mind, whatever is the reality of my mind right now. Yeah? Expanded or contracted. Yeah? And it's expanded because of certain dhamma, a particular dhamma, dhammanupashya. Or it's contracted because of a particular dhamma. Yeah? Yeah. Next is Samma Samadhi. That's the last. It is not something that I can explain to you, but I can just tell you there are 8 dhyanas. So there are 8 dhyanas in Rig Veda, and Buddha did 7th and 8th. And ask the masters, my mind is still not reached that stage where I am beyond dukkha. There is still dukkha. So they said this is the highest knowledge given in the Vedas. There's nothing better than this that you can find outside whichever guru you go to, whichever master you go to on this planet. And they were really top masters of their time. So he was like, okay, then I have to research this on my own. And he came up with the 9th dhyana. Yeah. So the 8 dhyanas were called Lokiya dhyana, Lokiya, worldly, of the world. Lok Uttara dhyana, beyond the world. And what is this world really?
Misery.
He calls it the world of mind and matter. That's it. He calls this matter, and that which runs this matter is mind. That's it. Very simple. So, those 8 dhyanas is what will take you into Samadhi.
Can we know the names now?
There are no names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So here is your eightfold path that we just did.
It's not as simple.
You are the very courageous person. All experts at the eightfold path?
Theoretically. Yes.
Now you start practicing. All roads lead to Rome. All the streams go to the same ocean. Destination is important. And that destination is silence. Inner silence. Yes? So on this journey of silence, I'll see you very soon again. Until then, Jai Guruji.